everybody, I'm Taylor Saxton, here with Infinite Appeal today. I'm here with the Miss Breck Bennett, author of the famous blog, Fashion Without Guilt, and we're here to talk about that today. So, go ahead and tell us what inspired that name, because that's totally different, or what does that mean to you?
Fashion Without Guilt started because I love affordable fashion. I've always shopped on a budget. I had a single mom. She always had to make sure that all of us looked nice but didn't have a lot of money. And my dad's pretty frugal at heart, so I kind of got a merging of the two and have bred my style from always shopping at a reasonable price. And I said to myself one day, everybody has blogs, things are going on, but I want one. I want to be able to give people exactly the deals and the insight that I have, so that's where Fashion Without Guilt came from. And I was going through magazines trying to figure out my name, and it was like guilt-free shopping.
Okay, I was going to ask, where did the guilt come from?
Yes, and then that's where it came from. Like, it was like guilt-free shopping, and I was like, how about fashion without the guilt? And then that's where my name came from. Just browsing through magazines.
So back to your blog, how did all of that actually start? The blog itself. I mean, did you have any experience with websites, or you just said, I'm gonna start a blog today?
I was actually at work, and I was on the phone with my friend at that time, and I said, I'm gonna start a blog. Like, I know I have good ideas, good information. Why not put it out there? And you know, blogging became a big phenomenon where you didn't have to be an editor of a magazine to get your opinion out there. So I thought to myself, hey, let me start a blog. I put it all together, and I started on Blogger, just posting pictures and writing things, and it slowly evolved from there. It was just like, let me just feel around and get my feet wet.
So what do you think you did to get your ratings up? I mean, because your blog is very popular. So how does someone who's getting ready to start inside the blog industry and want to come up, how do you suppose they go about doing that?
First, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time.
Did you work solely on that, or?
Aside from just working a 9-to-5, when I came home, plenty of hours were spent trying to figure out how to make it better, getting into search engines. I mean, it was like a part-time second job. I mean, you have to take it seriously if you want to go to the next level. It's not just, oh, I'm going to post a picture one day and I'm just going to say this and that. Like, to keep people coming back and to keep yourself in the search engines, you have to stay consistent. So I would say for someone that's starting, first of all, figure out your name. Like, what do you want to focus in on? Mine was fashion and affordability, so mine was Fashion Without Guilt. Let's say you want to be a bird photographer. Check that out. Zone in on what you want. Check your niche and like Google keyword tools to see what the search engines are saying. Are people wanting to search for that? Is it low? Is it high? And figure out who you want your customers to be.
Okay, so what would you say that would be the proper thing to do if you are starting it up?
Like I
What's
said,
some tips?
The first thing I would say, figure out your name, as I told you. Even go to namecheck.com or godaddy.com and see if your name is already taken. Because no matter how great your name may be, if somebody's already using it, you won't have it. So check those two places, GoDaddy and namecheck.com, to see if your name is taken. Then I would say, what was my second thing under that? Figuring out your customer base, researching your niche, which mine was affordable fashion, on Google keyword tools. The second would be, do not start with Blogger if you don't have to.
Okay.
Start with WordPress.com, because there's a difference between .com and .org. .org is when you actually self-host it through a hosting company, but .com is still self-hosted through WordPress, but the functionalities, you can still get plugins and do things as if you were on .org, but you won't have like the back-end access as you would on the .org.
Which brings me into my next question. Like, I recently am a part of a group, and we just started a a blog on WordPress, lipsticklockerroom.com. And my whole thing is how do we market ourselves? Where does the branding come in, where we can get a larger fan database?
I would say for online, because I mean, obviously y'all.
Or do we have to get there first, or?
You have to, like I said, if you're working for the online aspects, because you're already out, you're meeting people, you're a part of your group, you're in college, so that part promoting, you know, through business cards and letting people know that you have the blog, but online, you know, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of those really keep you in the know with the people in the cyber world, because you can connect with people here, but connecting with those online is by your social networking and doing SEO. And let's say how I do SEO. I mean, I'm no SEO expert, which is search engine optimization. That's how you, when you type things in, you see all the links in people's site come up because they're indexed within the search engine. I would say for somebody starting out, just simple practices for SEO so you can make money, because the more traffic you get, that equates to more money. No matter, you don't even have to have that much traffic, but if you have a loyal customer base, you can actually make money because they trust you, they'll buy from you, but if you have nobody coming to there, you know, you're making no money.
Okay.
So definitely want to grow that.
Well, how do you make your blog so unique and different? I know there are several different fashion blog sites out there.
Yes.
So what makes your website unique and different, would you say?
I would say that I always think before I write a post about what I want my reader to get from what I'm giving them. Like I do a lot of look for less. Recently I had like a Michael Kors watch for less.
So are you naturally, you know, on the lookout for stuff? You know,
I am.
scavenging for new clothes, the new style, the new thing to have?
I am always, like, even when I'm online, I'm looking at other blog sites, other fashion sites, and that's how I know how to do a lot of look for less, because if I didn't look at high-end things, I wouldn't know when the low-end things come out that they're replicating exactly what the high-end designer did. So it's a lot of research every day and just keeping inspired, looking around online and, you know, around those that I admire to other bloggers.
Oh, in regards to your blog and the writing, were you already a writer before you started, or I mean, was that something that you did in school, or something that you just always liked to do? Because I didn't know until, you know, looking onto your blog site that it was more than just pictures. You know, you go to some blogs and it's just photos, but you actually write articles on those photos. So tell us about like your writing skills, or if it's just a love that you have.
It's the love. I mean, I'm no professional.
Right.
I mean, my mom made us always like study English and be really good in English as kids, but I just know how to, you know, write and, you know, finagle words and make it sound nice. So I think I've used that to my advantage, and, you know, you have to know how to put words together. So I feel like I'm a decent writer for what it is. I mean,
Right.
It's not like I'm going to be writing for Vogue, but, you know, you never know. I mean, they could want me for one day, but
I mean, they could.
You never know.
I don't doubt that.
because these days bloggers are getting in places
That's the new thing. That's the new thing, definitely.
that they don't normally get into. So
Right. So where do you see yourself going this year? I know it's the beginning of the year. Do you have any aspirations for 2013?
my aspirations for my blog is to focus solely on the marketing aspects, getting my name out there more, growing my online presence, and then I plan on actually launching a product in conjunction with affordability and style.
Okay, I was going to ask you that. Are you
Yeah.
thinking about making a website where you can actually purchase clothing, like a
It's-
online clothing store?
It's something along those lines, but it's a little bit different. When I get everything, you know, kind of
Set in stone. I
set
can
in
understand
stone,
how
I'll
that
take it
goes.
from there. But yeah, I plan on launching a product this year. So,
Thank you, Ms. Breck Bennett.
thank
This is
you.
Taylor Saxton once again, Infinite Appeal. You guys go to right now, Fashion Without Guilt. Make sure you check that blog out if you want to find some clothes for an affordable price. And I guess we'll see you guys later.
Bye.